This is just a short file on programming. In other words, consciousness, energy that is self-aware as a cellular processor, right? Experiencing the core central processing unit of an eternal sun, experiencing the exact center point of the seven goal-mated one, so my bare feet are properly grounded to free electrons, right? So we're spirit dancers. So it's natural for us, as it was for me as a child, to run around barefoot everywhere I went. And I remember when I was about 11 years of age, when I wanted to go down to the beach, I walked barefoot, right? And over time, it's much like I would tell my mother, listen, I came out of your gate just exactly the way I came out of that gate as my DNA was being assembled. So I already have everything that I need, just like a bear in the woods. A bear in the woods has not been programmed by another programmer to wear a pair of shoes because it already has a set of paws that it came out of the womb with. Like bear paws, like white bear. Okay, so I naturally did what comes natural. So I was naturally picking up free electrons because I'm running around in bare feet everywhere that I go. So you know what a Robocop program is, right? An AI Robocop program? You're different. All of us are wearing shoes, but you're not wanting to wear shoes. You're different than us. Well, I'm supposed to be different because I'm a musician. I'm a creative artist. So I don't want to be held captive to the programs that you're running because you've been programmed to wear shoes. Now, I understand if you want to be a logger, like a log scale vector, a transharmonic wave, a crystal wave, and you want to go out in the woods and you want to harvest trees. In other words, the only reason that you're planting trees to plant the seeds is to kill them later. And thus that becomes a delay because you got to wait for those trees to grow before you're going to get any money from those trees that you're killing as numbers. Because that's what it does. That's what the system does. Okay, so if you want to go work out in the woods, as I did, and I wanted to have a nice pair of rugged boots so that I didn't have to keep buying new boots, right? By virtue of how the system works as inflow and return flow, as a tape delay, there's no delay. I would get a pair of what were known as white boots, which back then were $90. Oh, number 9. But I could wear them every day walking over all kinds of rugged terrain, right? Jagged rocks, spikes on poles, right? And of course, naturally cutting fire line to put fires out, right? You want to have a pair of rugged boots. But when I was 11 years of age, I began to realize that my feet were building callus. I could walk over anything. So I used to call my feet Foot Leather Express. I already have a pair of shoes. The ones I came out of my mother's womb with. They're perfectly fine. My cells, my living cellular processing speed will accommodate as adapt to the energetic environment that my feet find themselves in. So I went barefoot everywhere, right? So now it's like somebody my mother would say, you got to have your shoes on. That's the program that you're running. That's not the program that I'm running. Okay? So you see how this works over time as it relates to programming between one and the other. And how that works with what? Memory-driven program application of a grid. Now we become more like them. As a Robocop. All right, obey the rules. The rule-based functions of digital implosion code. The blank slate technology. Memory wipe. Now I don't remember my original memory. I don't remember the original sun. I don't remember the original law, which is pure, eternal, absolute love. I'm on fire. on fire to create. So that is called a natural flow, which is an inflow. So the return flow is immediate. Zero. I'm not experiencing the loss of one electron. So the immunity function, which is what I call the eternal hygiene, the purity of the energy is as pure can be, because the love is as pure can be. Being what love is. So you see how that works with the accretion level speed, which is the electrical learning speed. And how that works with energy harvesting devices. Slow that star down. As that relates to what I call the seed delivery boy, right? The atom seed, the silver and gold mated seed, is now being delivered to a lab, a database, a directory. And how that relates to what? Bioregenesis. Running the original seed, the original code, the base code. The base code. Just like the base code of painting a building. The first code. Eternal code of eternal love. Eternal learning speed. Learning through the first sun. Learning through the eternal sun. So we're all playing music right on time. So the firing sequence order is right on time. And that is perfect structural engineering integrity of building a communication-based platform. Like platters. Remember that group called the Platters? Disc plates? And so I have some fun with this when it comes to translating the train. But because I'm very mindful, when I was a child, they're always telling you what to do. So we went along with the program, right? Just go along with the program. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Right? And so you can translate that across the entire planetary morphogenetics terrain with every native clan and tribe. Okay? And because I don't want to say anything negative, because I want to experience being still and calm and loving and compassionate, because that's what I am, as it relates to music and dancing in spirit, right? So I'm still watching people dancing out there on the grass wearing shoes. I never forgot my memory. Mama is giving us free electrons. I want to feel the essence of her spirit, Mama's spirit. Experiencing being one. The eternal waveform is not gender. It is an eternal crystal waveform of experiencing pure, eternal, absolute love. Absolute love is a waveform, which is non-polarized, which is equal distribution, which is equal sharing. So when we are experiencing being equal unto all the other cells, then the cellular speed is our immunity function, which is the planetary shield. What I refer to as the shield of one, the first one, the eternal one, the one I serve, the silver and gold mated one. That's why you understand the importance of leaving silver and gold in the ground, grounded. Right? A circuit that's grounded and fully integrated and fully activated to experience the full sensory capacity level of our sensing speed. Because we're getting the comms right now. Always right now timing. So we know who's sending the comm. The light comm. The electrical communication. From an eternal sun. The silver and gold mated one. So I thought I'd share that because you know how it is. From the time I was a child, we had to put up with a lot of programs. And all the programs that's running in what I call the background. So from the time I was 4 years of age, I set the elemental command authority, right? Just like a calculator where you have memory minus, memory plus. Put that in a memory plus, that's okay. But my elemental command is anything less what I am, wipe it, right? Delete it, uninstall it. It's not what I am. So you already know that eternal love is an eternal law of building circuits that are in perfect balance, which is structural engineering integrity of building a communication platform. So that we're all experiencing what love is to the first line of communication, the eternal line of communication, the eternal waveform, which is experience of being totally relaxed, being totally loved. So there isn't any resistance to experience being loved. Right? So you realize how that is with blockages in circuits. Clearing the circuits, right? Clearing the ley lines of communication. Right? Resetting the gate timers that naturally open and close, breathing as one. Cells love to breathe because cells love to be on fire to experience what love is. So it's natural logic, which is the natural flow of logic, a log scale, to experience being loved and experience being totally relaxed. So we're not running any anxiety-driven programs by virtue of the way that the money programs are set up, how they're designed, as it relates to what? A transactional state of awareness between one and another, one node and another, one seated race and another, one directory and another, one branch director. The director of the play mode, play two magnets, record one record. The eternal recorder, the eternal sound recorder, the eternal waveform. Now we're all singing and dancing, experiencing being one, because we're all experiencing the first one, the eternal sun, which is 45 degrees. That's perfect balance. So we're not experiencing a wobble. That's why I appreciated the gentleman that I spoke about earlier about a number of videos that were put up when he talked a lot about 72s. Because half of 144 is 72, and how that relates to the Schumann. Right? 7.2, 14.4, the 144s, the 9. Yeah. Hybrid Wars, Cyber Wars, Headhunters. Remember the movie Avatar? Cyber Wars, Headhunters, hunting heads. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm just happy. I'm happy for everyone. Everyone, which is every cell, which is every seated race, which is every line of communication between everything that is the all creation, the one we serve. So we're all experiencing being loved, experiencing being totally relaxed, to experience being loved by an eternal sun that is in love with all creation, which is our mirrors. Yeah. So anyway, I thought I'd just share another file. And yeah, that's right. I gotta go. The sun is letting me know, hey, you're supposed to be out here. I think you're a few minutes late. Late to class. A gain of function. Muave.